Are you getting in your own way? I was recently, just pondering life as one does, and something that I realized was that I am consistently getting in my own way. And as I was thinking about that, and as I was really sort of contemplating why and how am I getting in my own way, what is causing me to consistently and just over and over again getting in my own way? Like, why? What is the cause of this? What do I need to basically stop? So to start off, I'm going to sort of give you the mantra that I have been telling myself for the past week that has honestly actively changing my life. So the mantra is less thinking and more doing and receiving. Now, obviously, when we're talking about feminine energy, which is not necessarily what this video is about, but when we're talking about feminine energy, a lot of times it is suggested or sort of assumed that you are not doing. I would say that that is completely false. But some people say, oh, I do absolutely nothing and I see success. I think that the key to success is that you stop getting in your head and just listening to yourself and overthinking. That's what I mean when I say less thinking. Because I don't know about you, but there are so many times when I am just like, everything is in here. I internalize and I live in my head. I 100% live in my head. I've always lived in my head. If I'm staring off into space, I'm usually thinking about 10 things at the same time. I'm just constantly thinking. And I put a lot of value in knowledge, in thought, in really contemplating things, okay? I'm a contemplator. I think about life, and I think about existence, and I think about my life, and I am trying to basically solve my life puzzles all in my head, okay? Through just thought, thinking, contemplating, which is not a bad thing, right? We need to think, we need to contemplate, you need to assess your life, obviously. But my thinking led to a number of different issues. First, I would overthink something, okay? I would overthink something to death. So let's take the YouTube channel here. Okay, now for most people, most successful channels out there, literally what they talk about is what they love. Okay, the other day I was watching a video and this creator, they said, I just make things and talk about things that I love and you guys seem to enjoy it and that makes me really happy. And I got to thinking about that and I was like, why do I not do that? Why am I always, I have to plan 5 months ahead and I have to have this rigorous filming schedule and I have to have this everything is overthought. Everything is planned out, thought. There's no flow, there's no feeling, there's no letting life lead me and letting life lead my content and letting life just lead me to different opportunities, different places in life. My overthinking has led me to think small, okay? Instead of saying, oh, well, I would love to do that, I'm just going to do it, I would instead think, well, does it go along with this branding? Does it go along with this idea? Does it go along with the niche that I've claimed to be what I'm existing in? I was just so worried and overthinking every inch of my life. So that's one way that the overthinking can really get in your way. And the other way that it has really affected me is that I would have this idea. I would have this idea and I would think, you know what, that's a great idea. And then I would have somebody's face pop up in my mind. It could be anybody's face. It could be absolutely anybody's face. Nobody in particular. But particular people that have shown up in my life, who have been in my life, and their face pops up into my head. And I think, what if they see it? What if they see this new thing that I'm doing? What if they notice this new thing that I'm doing? And then it'd stop me. It would stop me from actually doing the thing that I thought, that's a great idea, because I was so worried and so consumed with the fact that they might see it, they might think it's silly, they might think, well, this doesn't go along with this other stuff that she talks about. Once again, going back to the first point where I overthink about branding and niche and yada, 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 right? So I was consumed with what other people might think when they see this new limb that I'm going out on. And so once again, think less, do and receive more. Do and experience more. Do and be more. When I have overthought and been consumed with thoughts that have stopped me, they've stopped me in my tracks. They have stopped the flow of good ideas. They have stopped inspiration. They have stopped everything. What has happened is that I stopped doing. And I stopped doing new things that my intuition is telling me, Ellison, that is a great idea and you need to do it. Ellison, this is what you need to be doing. Okay, because I know what I need to be doing. I have this idea and I just get super excited about it and I think, oh yeah, like that's what I need to be doing. And then I just get so scared. And I just get caught up in the thoughts and I get caught up in the thinking and the planning and the worrying about what other people think. I get caught up in my brain, basically. I get caught up in my thoughts. And so think less. Think less and do more. I've started and I've had this, but I started really posting in and using the LTK app, which is basically an entire app designed for sharing different things that you've found, that you've purchased, and that you're loving, and basically giving it to the internet. And I recently had the idea of what if I got on there and basically just was like dreaming? What if I just put my dream life on this app, basically? And, dream products, dream clothes, dream house, dream, like all these things, my dream. And then what if I just shared that stuff to Pinterest and Instagram? Okay, so that was my recent idea. Now, this idea does not, it does not have anything to do with, your success mindset, okay? It has nothing to do with that. But I just got super excited about it all of a sudden. I got super excited over the fact that, I could just do this. And I put a couple of different outfits together. If you go and you check it out on my Instagram page or anything like that, you'll see the things that I've been creating. What I realized was that it didn't have to be, like everything didn't have to be so planned out and everything didn't have to be so heavily just planned out, basically. Instead of everything being so niched down into this is what I talk about. What I realized was that, you know what, Ellison, you're multidimensional. Most people are. So just express yourself. Just do things that you love. I started putting these different things together and I thought, I love this. I'm having a great time. And so why would I say don't do that because it doesn't go along and it's not the same exact kind of content that your YouTube channel is, that this is, that is? Why don't you allow yourself the freedom to do? Instead of saying, I would love to do that. I would love to, post on LTK and, do all this stuff. I would love to do that, but I can't because it's not in a complete alignment. What if I looked at it and said, I would love to do that, so I'm going to do it? What if I said, I would love to try and do that, see if I like it, and do it, and find out that I love it? Okay, so doing things that you feel like you should be, okay? I'm not saying, think less and do more in the fact, in that idea of overdoing and, overworking yourself, doing too much, doing things that you don't like to do, because that is also a thing. What I mean is when inspiration hits you, when it strikes, are you taking action? Are you doing it? Or are you saying, or are you overthinking and thinking yourself into not doing it? Okay? So think less, do more, take the action, take that inspired action more, and then receive, experience. Okay? In the last week, I have experienced, this is a new thing. This is a brand new thing for me. In the last week, I have experienced life in such a pleasant way. It's like I'm going to bed at night and I'm thinking, I love my bed. I love my room. I'm comfortable. I'm warm. I'm like, everything is just so good. I've been enjoying my cup of coffee. I've been very thankful for the different, very small things that I've had. And so I am a Christian. I've been able to experience God more. I've been able to experience my faith on a deeper level. So altogether, in my life, I've been able to experience it to the fullest. I've been able to experience it as fully as possible. Instead of constantly thinking, well, I wish I had that and I wish I had this, instead of focusing on that, I've simply been able to experience and be grateful for right where I am. Okay, so think less, do and be more, experience more, receive more, get more out of where you are, basically. Okay, experience fully where you are. Now, another thing, I'm super into the law of attraction and stuff like that. And when I was thinking about the idea of think less, it struck me how much this has been like the key to manifestation and the law of attraction and so much of the content, right? Because there's a lot of people that when they talk about the law of attraction, what they say is, oh, you say I would like this, you say, you basically put out into the universe, will say, this is what I want. And then you forget about it. You stop thinking about it. You stop thinking about it. You stop obsessing. You just let it come to you. As I was going through this week, obviously the think less, do more and be more, do more and experience more, that was all wonderful because I have put myself out there in a way that has been refreshing, revitalizing, and I've found new avenues of passion that I really enjoy and new avenues of opportunity. But what has also happened, like within a day of me doing this, I stopped obsessing over this YouTube channel, for instance. I stopped obsessing over gotta grow. And literally, within a day, I was seeing growth. I stopped thinking about it. It wasn't like I was, off running my errands, living my life, literally just thinking about my YouTube channel and obsessing, because that is not an energy of receiving. That's an energy of obsessing. That's an energy of clawing and desperately trying to get somewhere, desperately trying to grab the life that you desire. Instead, I said, you know what? Yeah, I want my YouTube channel to do well. And then I stopped thinking about it. I said, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create what I love and what I want to. I'm going to stop thinking so much about my content and about my desire for this content to do well. I'm just going to stop thinking so much. And I'm going to do what I love. And I'm going to experience life where I'm at. And literally, the doors have opened. Literally, my life is shifting right where I'm at. Right where I'm at, instantaneously, things have started to shift. And I know they've shifted. And I know things are changing. I feel it. So, I'm going to close this out with think less, do and be more, do and experience more, do and receive more. And I mean, I'm telling you, literally your life is just it's going to feel different, and because it feels different, your life will change and your life will shift. It'll do a complete 180. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you are interested in learning more about getting out of your own way and shifting your life and changing your life, then I would highly suggest that you watch this video right here. It goes really in depth about self-sabotage and how it is really wreaking havoc on your life and how to change that. So I hope to see you over there. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you oh so very much. And until we meet again, so long.